Hi everyone, Mary Lou here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you how I made this cute little purse. I got my dies for this from KS Craft at their Amazon store, and this is called a tote. And so I made this, and it's super sturdy and super cute, and I really like it. So I am going to show you how to make this today, and I have been invited to participate in a halfway to Halloween swap, and so I'm going to be making it today in Halloween colors. And so this beautiful sunflower die is one from Scrap Diva Designs. It's a bag topper, and I've just for now been putting that just in that little pocket of the tote, just for a little bit of decoration while I decide what I'm going to do with it. And so I have already gone ahead and used the dies, and I have cut out all of my base pieces, and that die is just a straightforward die. It doesn't have any decorative stitching at all. Those are the base pieces, and I of course cut two sides, two of these sides, and then one bottom, and you can tell it's the bottom. It'll curve a little bit, so it's got the notches that allow it to curve. And then from the stitched pieces, I have cut out my decorative pieces, my paper, my decorative paper in my Halloween colors. I have also gone through and just inked around the edge, around this orange. This is the grapefruit color from Concord and Ninth, and I have used the Ranger Distress Oxide in Abandoned Coral to just do some inking around it, just to give it a little bit of texture and color. My purple paper and my green paper, these are both from Doodlebug, and I, around the villainous, around the purple pieces I inked in Villainous Potion, and around the green ones I'm inking in Mowed Lawn. And so I like that, and I wanted to just show you the difference. This one is not inked, this one is, and I just like that variation and that depth of color that you get when you ink like that. And so that's what I've done so far. So we're going to go ahead and complete the inking on my purple piece and on this one green piece. So to finish the inking on the purple piece, I'm just going around just like this, and I'm not being too careful, honestly. It really doesn't have to be too precise here. I just like the shift in color. And then once that goes onto my back piece, I just really like how that looks. So that's the Villainous Potion. And then for the green, I'm using the Ranger ink. This is by Tim Holtz, and this is called Mowed Lawn. And just going quickly around the edge. I'm using this sort of silicone mat that I have under here. And this one, boy, I have had it for a very long time. You can see that it is stained, and certain colors stain it more. And I usually give it a nice wipe with my rag once I am all done. But you can see that certain colors really do stain it, but it's real handy, and that's from Honeybee Stamps. Okay, so now I have all my inking done, and so I'm going to move this mat, and we're going to start putting pieces together. So my first job is to go through, and you'll see, and this is my handle, and of course I have two of them. I have the background piece and the decorative piece. You'll see that this one, my background piece, is a little short. That's okay, because it's actually going to go behind, and I'm going to hide that anyway. So I am going to go through and put my decorative pieces on my handles, on my pockets. And let me just check this, because that's going on the inside. And in fact, I can put my decorative pieces on all of those. I'm going to wait for just a minute to put my decorative pieces on the sides. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, all of the pieces are on. I went ahead and put the decorative pieces on the sides and the bottom because I realized I could go ahead and get that done. Okay, and now we're going to start assembling. And so what I want to do is make sure that my side pieces, let's see, and let me show you here. So you see that the side does not go all the way to the top. There's a little bit of a gap there. So when we do this, we are going to make sure that our sides are lining up with this bottom here. And we're okay to put those sides on, because when we bring in the bottom, we're going to line it up right here. If you can see where these three corners are going to come together, I will have the space to go ahead and work with this. So I'm going to just go ahead, and before I do this, I'm going to reinforce my folds that are right there. And when you use this die, it goes ahead and etches out that place where those folds go. So I fold them in so I can see them, and then I can go ahead and fold them backwards like this. So you're looking at a piece that's got the folds reinforced like that, and then I can go ahead and put this on this side, and the other one I'll reinforce the folds, and then put that one on that side, and I'll be right back with you. Now, when I put that edge on, I like to get it on in place and make sure I'm right to the bottom there and give it a push down. But then before it is set, I do like to come in, usually it'll hold down a little better than that, and just fold it in, make sure that edge is lined up, because I want to be very careful to make sure that this piece doesn't overlap the fold, that fold actually bends really easily is what I'm looking for. And then we'll go ahead and just really push those down and let that glue hold right in. And then I can just come back in and put this one on, because this whole thing is going to bend around and then come to this side just like that. So while it's still flat, because it's just so much easier to do this while it's flat, I'm going to go ahead and get that other side on. And then I only have one side that I have to fold while it's in a box shape, because it's just so much easier to get everything down when it's flat. There we go. Make sure that's completely lined up. There we go. And then I can come back through. Oops, I did get that a little off. There we go. See how that just lays out just like that. And then before I put it together as a box, I'm going to go ahead and put the pocket on. So for the pocket, I'm going just 3 sides, because I want it to be a pocket. I want it to have a gap so that I can stick something in there. And I'm going to bring that in, line that up, put that down. And then I'm actually going to put my weight on that for just a bit while I do the other side. Do the 2 sides and then across the bottom. And for just a little something to go in those pockets, this black paper that I have on the pocket, it had some really fun things on the back. And so I just cut those out, just cutouts. See, it's that black paper with the stars. And so I'm just going to go, I cut those out, rounded the corners, and I'm going to use those just as some fun little somethings to go in the pocket. That's what I'm thinking. Of course, you know, you go along and your plans change, of course. Now, before I get this, to get this bottom part done, I'm going to go ahead, fold on the score lines, fold all the little tabs up, including the end tabs. And then I'm going to get those folded backwards. I fold up first just because it's easier for me to see, and then I fold it all back like this, because that's how it's going to go in. Now, you can also, after you get the box put together, you can cut more of these decorative pieces, and then they will go on the inside, and you can add those. I'm not going to add those in this video. I'll just show you how to get this together. Now, this is going to come around and go like this, but first I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to, there are a couple of ways to do it. I could wait and do all the decorative paper and put these tabs on the outside and create that, but for me, it's just as easy to do it on the inside, and we're doing one side at a time. So let me actually get it like this. I'm going to come through and just get glue on several of them, and then I'm going to line that up, make sure it's bending with this shape. There we go. And I'm going to hold down just that end and get those down. And all of this, of course, will be on the inside, but I certainly can go through and get those decorative pieces on there just to, you know, make it look better. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish this out. I like to do it halfway and then finish the gluing so that I can pick it up and actually curve it, make it go. I don't know if you can tell on camera that has a very slight curve. And then I can just really push that down with my bone folder. Maybe from this angle you can see the curve a little better. And then this tab, of course, is going to glue here, and then my curve and that last tab. So let's go ahead and just work our way around, gluing those tabs down right here. And I'm just always trying to make sure from the outside I'm lining up those edges really carefully. And that bone folder just keeps coming in so handy to get those down, okay? So you can see how we're working our way around. Now I'll go ahead and let's get the next 3 or 4 tabs glued. And we'll get that down. Good. Now this one, I think on this one, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and get glue on all the tabs. There, and then I can work from the outside and just watch that curve and hold those. Bring in my bone folder. Just get that a nice flat curve. And then the last one is this tab here and this tab here. And those are just easy enough to kind of get both of them going at the same time. You can hold it for a second, and then we're going to flip and push those down. And let's get that edge down too. There. And there we have our box created. And then, yeah, I mean, if you're looking on the inside, it just looks orange. You can, of course, put the other decorative pieces in like I did this one. And before you do that, you'll want to make sure that you get your handles down. So I'm going to take a look and just get an idea of how, do I want the handles longer or shorter? I think I'm going to go a little shorter, and I'm going to use this star right here kind of as my guide. So I'm going to just get all the glue on there, and I want to make sure I put the glue on the front so that this faces out of the box. There we go. And then I can stand it up and just get it into place. And I'm looking to make sure there's about the same amount on this side as this side, and just get them nice and flat. And then we'll go push those down too. Okay, and then we're going to get the other one. I'm going to put it in, get a basic measurement here, and then I will eyeball it to get it lined up even on the other side. So here we go. I'm going to put it in and then try really hard to get those lined up so that they look like they're about the same height and about the same width, in the same spot going across. There we go. And there is the box finished. We've got these pockets that we can put things in. But it's just so handy. And actually, there's quite a bit that you can fit in here. I made a little book. You can put other things in bags. There's just actually several things. Let's see. I have some other dies. So it's about 2 inches wide and about 4 inches deep. And that is just, it actually holds quite a bit. And just is kind of a fun little purse box. It's real clever. And you look at it and you say, oh, well, that looks pretty involved, but actually super easy to make. And then I can go ahead and put some of the other things that I've been creating for this Halloween swap. And if you'll stay tuned, I'm getting ready to get this sent, and I haven't packaged everything, but if you will watch on my channel and be sure to subscribe and, put on notifications, and then I will put up the video that shows all the things that I've created for the halfway to Halloween swap, and how I'm packaging it, and how I'm going to finish out this box so it's got some pretty decorations, some layering, and some fun things. And so be sure to watch for that. And I hope you enjoyed seeing that. And I hope you have a great day, that you find something good, beautiful, and true. And we'll see you next time.